for me, number one, is these handlebars. I'm not that fond of the T-style handlebars. The big neck here, and basically just a bar straight across. I mean, it does have a little rise. But for me and maybe other taller riders, these bars could be a little wider. Because I ride this like this and I feel like my arms are just too close to each other like this. But for other riders, it may just be perfect. Now, I do remember somebody telling me that they make the BMX style bars for this bike. Yeah, but you know, I don't know how that would work. Might have to remove this whole tall neck. And so that's on me, because I just don't want to do that. But that was my number one. Now, two others I'll stop and show you, because I can't show you while I'm riding. But the number two item I like and I don't like. It really makes this bike look good. It really adds to the finish and the quality of the build of this bike. But it is the fenders. You might ask me, why fenders? Everybody loves fenders. Well, these are metal fenders. And sometimes you can hear it. You hear the vibration back there of the fenders vibrating. But there is other times, say you're riding down a dirt road, a gravel road, and your tires pick up a rock or something hard and it gets pulled up underneath your tire. And it just rattles around like all get out. You know, remind you of a just married couple who's got all the tin cans tied to the back of their truck going down the road. Clank, 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 clank. I think plastic fenders would have been better. Because even though you can't stop the gravel from getting stuck up there and rattling around, at least it'll be hitting plastic and the sound will be muffled and you won't sound like you're just newly married. Okay, let me find a spot over here somewhere so I can show you 2 and 3. Here, let me go up here. Don't want to be directly in the sunlight. I think I see a nice shady spot over there by the table. Yeah, let's just go right here. Okay, let me get off and I'll show you. These two items won't take too long. But you see the key right here to the battery. It doesn't come out when it's locked. When it's locked in place, or when it locks, you can pull it out. But when you want to use it and turn it on, you can't. So you got to ride around with a key hanging out like that. Now you can pull the extra one off, but you still have that key there. Now the other thing is, you see this bar down here? Hanging down right here? Now it's there for when you want to fold the bike up, it hits the ground. But if you're doing some trail riding and off-roading, you only have about 6 inches of travel there. And if you go up over a bump that's pretty sharp, that goes up and like this, you're running the risk of this hitting that, stopping you instantly and throwing you over the bars. So I wish they would have come up with something else. Maybe one that folds, I don't know. But I may cut it off if I don't sell this bike because I don't use the folding feature. And that's going to be number 4. Let's get back on the bike. Okay, so number 4. Let's go back over here. So number 4 is that this is a folding bike. Now, I understand the concept of the folding bike and why it is attractive to some people, but I can tell you from firsthand experience, it's not as simple as some people make it look. And even when you have it folded, it doesn't change the weight of the bike. Now, I've had this folded up, and I've had to have a friend help me pick it up and put it back in the back in the back of a Ford Explorer. And even then, it would barely fit. And when it's folded up, it bangs against itself. So the frame is hitting itself, the fenders are hitting itself, so you're risking doing cosmetic damage to your bike. So I don't know about, like I said, I don't fold this bike up anymore. I have a rack and I have a pickup truck I can put it in. But the folding thing, I don't know if it's just gimmicky. I don't know, maybe all you can tell me out there. If you have a folding bike, do you use it as an actual folding bike? And the other thing I don't like about it being a folding bike is you have to fold the handlebars down. And to me, that just makes a weak point in the handlebar stem. So, for me, I just use this as a cruiser. There's not going to be any serious off-roading on this thing. But yeah, I don't know what. I wish they'd make a version of this that wasn't folding. That'd be pretty nice. And the 5th thing I really don't like, but some people might like it. And again, it doesn't affect the performance of the bike. This is an excellent bike. Let me just say that first. The build quality of it is really nice. And it is a very strong climber. It's got, 1,300 watts of climbing power. So it does really nice when you have a nice steep hill. But the 5th thing I don't like is it's got a horn. I'd rather have a bell. This is the horn. It's pretty loud. And if you're coming up on somebody on a trail, because this is a fairly quiet rider too, as long as there's no gravel stuck up underneath your metal fenders, that's going to scare somebody. So if you're going to use the horn, you need to start honking pretty far back so it's not a big startle. So I'd rather have just the little dinger, the little bell. Not electronic bell, but just a regular ding ding bell. And those are the 5 things I don't like about the Engwe Engine Pro. And like I said, it does not affect the performance of this bike at all. Those are just my personal feelings. For you, it may not bother you at all, and that's great. That's great. But anyways, I thought I'd just come out and take a nice after work evening ride, talk about those things since I haven't had the Engwe out in a while. But you have a great day, a great ride, a great week, and I will see you on the next adventure. Bye.